Nighttime scene. The streets are mean.
YouTube, what's up? We're back in business. I'm back on Black Ops 3 today. We're playing Ascension, and I have a reason why. Now, Treyarch just released some more information on Twitter about the upcoming Zombies map coming to Cold War. And if you don't know by now, we're getting PhD Flopper back. I really don't know how to feel about that, and also a couple other weird things. I'm playing Ascension just because this is the first map that featured PhD Flopper in Black Ops 1. Now, if you guys are big-time fans of my channel or watch my streams or anything, which, by the way, our first stream back is going to be on October 4th, so set it on your calendars because we're coming back next week. But anyway, you've heard me preach about double tap for the longest period of time. Literally, I am such a double tap fan because I think it allows you to take any silly weapon, you know, any bad gun, any weird combination of attachments into higher rounds. Yes, it makes the game easier. I think that Cold War relies too much on using wonder weapons in higher rounds. And yes, obviously that is the point of the wonder weapon. But I think as the year goes on, it gets more fun to take any weapons you want, try out different customization and variations of weapons, taking them into around 100 games if you could. Now, the only reason that I'm skeptical about PhD Flopper is really just one main reason. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm serious when I say this. When Call of the Dead came out with George on the snow and ice map, I don't know if any of you guys remember that, PhD Flopper was also on that map, and you could dolphin dive everywhere and anywhere on that map because there was fall damage everywhere. And if you guys didn't know, old PhD Flopper, obviously with dolphin diving mechanics, used to do damage when you exploded on the ground. So like I could dolphin dive off these steps and blow up the zombies at the bottom with PhD Flopper. Now, being that this game has sliding Cold War, no different than BO3, I have no idea how they're going to make PhD as fun and as awesome as it was back when I was a kid playing it on Black Ops 1. Now, something that does excite me is the way that in Cold War, we can level up our perks and things to tier 3, 4, and 5, so we can get a bunch of other functionality that goes into each perk. I just don't know if there's enough creativity that you can make with a perk other than surviving falling damage and surviving explosive damage, so I can shoot a ray gun at my feet or rocket launchers or anything like that and not die. The dolphin diving was the best part, and I don't know how they're going to implement that without that mechanic. I just don't. Now, before I get too carried away, they are adding another thing to the game. They released an image today, which I'll put on screen right here, and they're calling it the Arc XD. So it seems like we're going to get an RCXD kill streak, or probably some sort of equipment like we do with, you know, the death machine and flamethrower, that we're going to be able to drive around on zombies, which could be pretty fun, I think. Now, I think that's a fun little gimmick to get us having fun on the map right when it comes out. I don't know if that's anything that will necessarily sustain us on the game, right? Like, I'm not going to go back into zombies just to run around and drive an RCXD with Dark Aether components on it. That's just silly. But hey, I mean, at least they're being creative, having fun with things, and not just leaving us in the dark to play another map that we've played before, just with different routes to run. That would suck. I'm excited we're getting PhD Flopper, but I seriously, this game, it should have been in the game from the start, man. It should have been in the game from the start. It coming out 1 month before the next Call of Duty is just absurd. And again, I could be sounding very selfish, being that we don't know what's going to happen with Vanguard zombies. We don't know how much it's going to be integrated. We don't know how much of the zombies we'll see in that game, or if we could even play those maps with the Vanguard weapons like we did with Warzone when it transitioned to Cold War weapons. Maybe we can play all the same maps on Vanguard with the World War II weapons, and they go back in time or something. You know, we just have no idea. We don't have a clue. Oh man, how many of you guys remember this sickle? Oh, this thing is dope. This melee weapon is sweet. Oh, it's so awesome. Little things like this, man. I hope the RCXD can be something like this sickle. Just a small little thing.
Holy undead space monkeys!
Not the little monkeys. Oh man, I miss these on this map. Such a weird thought for a dog round, but honestly just hysterical. If you guys didn't play this map or the old Call of Duties on this round, the dog round, you would get these tiny baby monkeys that you'd have to shoot on the ground that are impossible to see. You hear them screaming? There they are. El Chupa, Chupacabra. It's Chupa. Little tiny face, bro. I hear you screaming. Where are you, bitch? There you are. Little last little rat. All right, it's probably about time we should grab it. Oh my, it's Widow's White on Black Ops 3. Zach, you idiot. It is not. I'm so dumb, bro. I forgot that it's not on Chronicles. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Anyway, on the old games, PhD Flopper used to be right there. I'm totally gonna cut the game and change the footage. Now that I'm remembering it, there is actually like tons of trolling that the Call of Duty dev teams used to do for the zombies community as far as bringing back PhD Flopper. So the fact that we're getting it back itself is kind of crazy, but I think there is an Easter egg on this map. There's like a small Easter egg that you can try to get PhD Flopper, but then once you're able to get it, it's just like right on the outside of a window. It's like the location is literally just right here and you can't actually get to it. They just trolled us. I can't believe I forgot that. That's so funny. But anyway, going back to the older games to actually show you guys some footage of the perk itself. If you've never seen it or don't know what it is, the only way I'm going to be excited about this thing is if somehow, some way, they've found a way so when we level up our perks, you know, like I said, to the tier 3, 4, 5, it makes it so the slide that we get in Cold War now turns into the old school dolphin dive, because you used to be able, you know, just to jump off of things and it would still do that damage. But how cool would it be if a tier of the perk made it so you're sliding turned into the old school dolphin dive? That would be something that I would be so excited about. I know it would bring a ton of people back just to play it. Even if it was for one game, I know it'd bring a bunch of people back on. That'd be crazy. But yeah, I think this helps out a lot of high round players that can now use the ray gun and not like kill themselves with it. They can just blast things at their feet. They won't die so easily. Treyarch just barely tweeting out 1 minute ago, tomorrow it looks like they're going to be revealing a lot more. Here's our first look at the map itself. Zoomed in on that for us there. So again, it just looks like the thumbnail that we've been seeing for quite some time, but now we've got the portal above it because something's brewing in there. There's a storm of brewing. But yeah, in summary, not too much to talk about until we actually get season 6 and these things show up. But again, here's the RCXD that it showed. I'm not sure what it's going to have. I'm sure the detonation is going to look cool. It's going to be some purple explosion melting ball of fire area or something like a ring of fire, I'm sure. Again, we're going to need something cooler than that to make the map worthwhile. And then obviously Treyarch confirming that PhD is coming back right there. I'm curious how you guys feel about this. I'm curious how the end of the game is seeming to you. I just like, man, they're sprinkling stuff at us just to try and keep us entertained, and I think it sucks. I think this is all stuff we should have had from the beginning of the year, because what we got in a game that we paid $60 for was so very limited. Anyways, just another short one today until next week when the Battlefield beta comes out, which again I will be streaming for the first time back on October 4th. So if you haven't yet, make sure you sub with those bells on so you can see that I go live, because it has been a couple months since I've streamed and it's going to be exciting to be doing that again. Like and comment if you haven't. It helps the video get out to people who haven't seen our channel yet. I appreciate it a ton. I love you guys. Have a kick-ass rest of your day. If you're just starting it, sleep well. If you're just ending it, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.